love my coffee. I love my coffee. Oh, didn't see you there. Yeah, Black is back. Hello, and hello from the hole. Hello. How's everybody doing out there? It's crazy. Rabbit hole matrix. Yes, very much so. And, yeah, it's just, we're all just struggling to survive, aren't we? Every day the same thing. And it's all because of, something that just existed out of nowhere, and it's just controlling everything in the Garden of Eden, and then we're just fucking getting destroyed and built back up again, right? Yeah. And now we got to deal with all this monetary system because we created it, and our parents created us, and the people created this system. Be slaves until we die, and hopefully go back to where we were before we came here, because I don't remember asking to be born. Raise your hand. Nobody's hand should go up. But we're here, and we got to deal with it. Yeah. Oh my God, fuck. It's just, something about that seems a little off to me. Fuck, we're just coping in this fucking crazy, tragic, overrated, corrupt, rat race, meaningless. I'm referring to YouTuber channels if you haven't figured it out. Poorly constructed. Reality, yeah. Fuck. Is a black rabbit hole matrix. Thank you very much. Ooh, that's my channel. Yeah. Anyway. This video has no definite topic. I'm just rambling on, and then I'll think of a title afterwards. Whatever the one you're seeing for this video is the one I decided on. But I'm telling you now, guys, that this is a crazy place, and we're all just coping, and it just seems a little unfair to me how people can just be in a world like that, and a lot of people don't know what the fuck is going on, and they've been conditioned their whole life, right? They've been conditioned their whole life to just go with the flow and just do what's told to them, and just do, what's necessary, and earn your keep, and blah, blah, blah. And it's all the while, it's like, how to think and feel. I just finished up the, Benedictine the Truth video. It's like, okay, well, you know how to be authentic, but you're just conditioned out of you, right? And so, basically, yeah, it's a hell realm. Fuck. And you just hear, and you got to deal with the parents rearing you, and then the teachers teaching you stuff that you're not going to remember, and then the boss is enslaving you until you die, until you're not useful anymore. You're not a cog in the system. Sheep, rabbit, hole, matrix, sheep, slave, puppet, marionette, slave, robot in the herd, and the robots come and take over, and then it's like, now how the hell are we supposed to make money? That's the same thing I always talk about, right? So what else is there to fucking talk about beyond this? Is there anything else besides this? Oh, sure, we die and we go to this better place. Yeah, right. Maybe that's where we go to sleep every night. The only thing I do know is that a lot of people aren't happy with their lives, and it's probably because of their rearing, or because of the fuck they gotta be a slave to a piece of paper that we created, because we create all this stuff. Money's the root of all evil. Paper and symbol, I understand why it has to be made to control everything, because there's too much ignorance. People can't control themselves, and it's, don't want to cuss too much because it messes the algorithm, or my, fucking community guidelines. Anyway, I don't really give a fuck about ever being monetized or anything. I just want to talk and get on here and spout myself, spit out what I have to say about this crazy place. It doesn't have to be crazy. There's a lot of beautiful things, but animals eating each other, yeah, that's kind of far-fetched to me. That's like, okay, that's got to be a hell realm. A non-hell realm would be everything but provided for, and nothing has to eat each other. This is the fucking toughest place you could ever in a conscious free will being. Now, a lot of people think, oh, there's no free will. Well, it's the same as consciousness, and if you die and that's it, then we don't have to worry about it. So why be hard on ourselves? There is some creator that's going to survive beyond us, that's immortal, and is just using it for its entertainment and pleasure. Then what the hell is there the point of existing then? Or, worrying about existence. This is sometimes I just take everything I've heard and I piece it together in my own way, and then I say what I have to say or put it into my words. Now my channel is all about everything about life in general. I don't really go into one definite thing about it, because it's all about the same stuff. It doesn't really matter what you call it. It's all overrated. It's all corrupt. It's all it's all meaningless. It's all pointless, racist, fucking. It's just all these YouTuber channel names, and it's all talking about the same thing. And the fact is that we're creating a crappy system, a BS system that needs to be overturned. It's just not the way it should be. Life couldn't be better than this. But and then it's like, okay, well, you got to be a slave in order for the thing to keep moving forward. Oh God, God, I am consciousness, source, whatever you want to call it. That's my God. Now, there's two kinds of gods. There's the crappy man-made God, and then there's the actual conscious God that I believe in. And that's why I go to that church over there, because it's for atmosphere, and it's like I'm worshiping myself and everyone around me. And that we're all linked to this higher consciousness within, creating this demonstration shade of reality that's not really real, where the illusion that you're one amongst many, right? And there's this all this stuff that you can't control and blah blah blah, when you actually can control it. It's just because it's an illusion. Of course, it's a holographic. It's like watching a movie. It's stress feeds a system. Why? Because always got to ask why. Because the people have created it that way, to where you can't be yourself without being fucking punished and judged for it. And you go to prison. In a prison, you're already in a prison of the mind and the soul and the body and the emotions and everything. Your consciousness is beyond all this crap that is temporary, and it wouldn't exist in the first place if two people didn't have sex. Because like I was saying before, the people create the money. Parents bring the people in the world to create. You think it's a blessing, but if it was a better world, then yeah, have kids. But it's not a blessing when they got to suffer like that, and they make the money, and it's an illusion. Piece of paper they print out every day from the trees and the air we breathe. That comes the oxygen that we can't even see, but we breathe it, right? Because it's an illusion. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Everything spiritual level. And the leaves in the trees is where the oxygen is supposed to come from, and everything just that we use to survive is just elemental, physical concepts of something that's, everything is created in a higher consciousness, moves outward. And, the people bringing people here is just, if they're going to be in a system that's based off of paper and slavery, then you shouldn't do it, because that's an evil thing to do, and the people are creating all this stuff, and you're just bringing more people into that, so that's evil. Now, if you bring people into a world where everything is nice, then that's different. You can't really blame the parents for doing that. But you can blame the parents for bringing them into a corrupt world of paper money, slavery. And you don't even realize it's happening. See crap on the news. You just go on and eating dinner. Now, that's fucked up. So it's just irresponsibility. Yeah, that's what I've been thinking of calling this video. So I think I'll probably just put, hashtag irresponsibility on it, something like that. No definite title. I went through and put hashtags on all my old videos, so hopefully it'll help the channel grow a little. And I took all off my break videos, because I probably, every time I take a break, I'll do that thing with the black hole image and everything, so you guys will know that I'm on break. That'll work out. But anyway, if I'm not on break, I'm going to delete all that stuff, because I'm not on break anymore, so just take that off of there. But if there is ever a period that I don't make a video, then that means I'm taking a break. But most of the time, I'll just put that image on there. It's like, oh, he's on break. Everybody can, and there's no telling how long my breaks can be. It can be anything from a day to a year, or any time. I may never, whenever you just pick up the phone, press play, and make a YouTube channel and talk about your feelings or your thoughts about this reality. Help yourself and others. Anyway, like I was saying, your responsibility is the main thing of this world, because people are creating this and they're not being responsible and helping their fellow man. So yeah, that's what it really is, and the people respond to that by just being the way they've been conditioned. They don't ever be themselves. They don't ever try to overthrow the system because they don't know any better most of the time. It's like when you're a little kid, you can see all this stuff, but then you get to be a grown-up and it's like, you know, it's just like learning the English language is supposed to be the toughest language to learn, right, guys? But, you know, if you learn it as you're a kid, then it's easier. If you're trying to learn it as a grown-up, it's like, oh my God, it's so bumpy sounding, I've heard it said. And it's just harder to deal with, you know, be conditioned and indoctrinated and all this crap if you've already become an adult, and it's like you've been being yourself your whole life. And it's like someone come up to you and you're like, you're 30 years old, sit down at this desk and, you know, fucking scratching the chalkboard. No, I'm not going to make this. Oh, God, I hate that sound. Oh, God, we don't want to subscribe to Black Hole anymore. He's making chalkboard sounds. I'm doing that on the car here. Yeah, it's just the window, no big deal. Anyway, what was I saying? Fucking, you know, no 30-year-old or higher or whatever is going to want to sit at a desk and say, you know, learn all this stuff when they've already been acting like themselves their whole lives. You know? So, you know, you got to get them when they're a kid and they don't know any better. And these children, you know, are going to just go with the system and they're not going to question anything. And it's just, you know, the system is like rigged and scammed, and it's like, you know, you're going to cause all these people to just suffer because they don't respond to anything that's swindling and, you know, bewildering and bamboozling and whatever. It's wrong with the system because they fix it to where no one responds, and if they do respond, they get punished and they get ridiculed for it. Oh my God, you're not going with the system. Oh my God, you can't say that. Hold up, you know, time out. You know, blow the whistle. Oh, I do have a fucking whistle here. Oh God, that's loud. Don't do that. You can't do that. You can't make loud sounds, whistle sounds like that in the middle of a video. Oh my God, Jeffrey. Oh, Black Hole is gonna be fucking suspended. I'm not gonna show my face. He's gonna be suspended, or he's gonna be expelled off of YouTube because he blew a whistle. You can't do nothing in this world. The point is, you can't do anything in this world that is, you know, being the truth. Use, you know, what is it? Authentic. You can't do anything that, it's just, I might even put that in the title as well, authenticity or whatever, I don't know. You can't do anything that is being yourself, you know, without people questioning it, and it's like, why is he acting like that? And on the other hand, you got like the people that have been conditioned their whole life, they've been conditioned not to question anything. And the people on the other side, they fix it to where if you do question anything, then you're fucked up. And the parents are like, they don't even know that this is happening, and they keep bringing kids into it, while this top 1% Illuminati or whatever just sitting behind the doors and they're just laughing their butts off, like, ha 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 ha. We don't even know. They don't even know what we're doing to them. And let's go to church, and then they can learn to worship this invisible man-made God from the Bible, which I believe everything is just consciousness, and that's just that's an interpretation of something that might have actually happened, but it's, in all reality, everything is just consciousness, and all this stuff might have happened on the level of just control and trying to control people and just trying to defeat people. I'm referring to Garden of Eden and flood, and, you know, people trying to be regulated, and, you know, and then somebody just posing it as an example. I left it in my post. Abraham Hicks refers to Jesus, or Yeshua the Jew, as just a regular guy who just improved his consciousness really well, and he just spread the message to those that would listen to him, and only had a small little load of disciples, while almost all of Jerusalem or Israel or whatever just would surround him. It was like, oh, he's weird, stone him or put him on the cross. And then he's like, oh, I'm back. Why? Oh, because he's been resurrected. Why? Well, because anybody can be resurrected. It's just, he was just resurrected right here on earth. He was just proving an example that we could all be like him. And he was just the chosen one to do that or something. So that would make him more divine than everybody else. He was like, son of God. What if we're all sons of God? What if God was one of us? You know, you got to learn to think like this, because it'll sum things up and make things simple. Like, tell your mind to shut up. Tell your emotions to calm down. And just understand that we're all just conscious beings, right? And that just we're interacting with each other, and we're doing a poor job of that, and we're not being responsible with that. Because their responsibility, we have a responsibility to be kind to your neighbor and, you know, just help people. And nobody's doing that. Everybody's trying to swindle each other. It's the exact opposite. Everything's a backwards flip-flop the way it should be. That's very untamed and very unworthy of any kind of grace, and that's why it doesn't feel good. Your thoughts and emotions are a direct indicator as to how you link you are with your source, or God, or I am consciousness, right? And that, I've talked about this before. It's just fucking, it's so obvious what's going on is that we're just doing all this to ourselves, and it's just, we're making things way more difficult than they fucking have to be. And it doesn't gotta be like that. Life could be better. As long as people are going around trying to be better than everybody else, nothing's ever going to change. It's just a fucking rabbit hole matrix, and we just keep trying to chase a carrot, or, the horse to the rabbit or whatever, they never will catch, because it's been designed, purposely made that way. That's the most irresponsible thing you can do. And then even worse is that these people keep bringing mating and bringing more people into it, and they probably don't even know what they're doing. They think it's a blessing or something, and it's actually a curse. Because you're just putting them into a world of corrupt idiots and ignorance. It's fucking gonna make their lives miserable. And there's no point in bringing a child into a world like that. Children are open beings, and they're like sponges, and they just they just absorb whatever is taught to them and get fed to them. And if they get fed wrong or bad food, they throw up, or they just fucking turn into fucking assholes. That's just the way it is. But it'd be nice if we live in a world where everybody just got along and did what they were supposed to do, which is just simply stay out of each other's way and just be courteous, kind, helpful. We don't live in that world. And it's just, you make videos. That's not gonna, you gotta take action. You gotta be responsible, and you gotta take action. You gotta make sure that people are getting what they deserve and, getting the help they need. And that's just not happening in the world. And that's fucked up. That's wrong. It shouldn't be that way. It's very irresponsible. So what are we going to do? We're going to just let it continue, or we're going to just fucking allow things to be the way they've always been, and probably all we will be, because it's always about probability. It exists as a wave when you don't look. It exists as a particle when you do look. As a double slit experiment. Occam's razor, the simplest explanation tends to be the right one. The simple explanation is that we're all just consciousness, and we're bringing everything on ourselves, period. Fuck everything else. Anything else. I believe in myself, and fuck everything else. The rest much don't mean much to me. Let's all just help each other and thrive that way. Why do you got to complicate things? With a mind, people just love the complication. They love to cause suffering. They want to watch their brothers suffer or whatever, and it's fucking stupid. And shouldn't have any kids in the first place. You have siblings, and they're going to probably be fighting with each other and everything. Just, there's no responsibility in this world, because it's just ignorance and swindling, and it's wrong, and it's fucked up, it's hell, and we need to take action and fix it. Until that happens, it's just going to keep being that way, because nobody takes responsibility for their actions, and that's fucked up. Nobody is helping their fellow man. It's ridiculous. It's crazy what goes on in the world, and there's no sense in it. We need to have a world where people are just there for each other. You ask for help, and people help. They don't say, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to go to school, you got to have money. You just help. Give me a job. What's your favorite interest? You just give me the job. Give me the food. Why do I got to pay for it? It's already here. All this stuff already existed before we were ever here. There's no point in people having to fucking do this stuff that they're doing. But either they're just used to it, or they just like to, they just like to be lazy. Because lazy, that's fucking, being irresponsible. It's not being lazy when you're doing something that you don't want to do, and you say, like, I don't want to do this, I'm not interested in it. That's not being lazy. But yeah, there's always going to be people that are going to be fucking wanting to be better than everybody else, and the idea is to fucking go above these people and fucking say, you know what, this ain't right. I'm gonna be responsible, and you can suck my dick if you don't like it. Fuck it. That's what I say about that. I'm gonna fucking end the video here, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Tell me what you guys want me to talk about. I'll see you guys again when the time is right. This is Black Hole. I love you guys. And yeah, over and out. Bye bye for now.